What do you got for us tonight, Jesse?
This is the good, the bad, the murdered. I'm Jesse, and that's Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee.
Oh
wait, we have to record our new intro.
What?
We have to record our new intro.
Let me double check. Oh yeah, that's working.
We'll do it afterwards.
Suggestions on an intro?
Yeah, we need a new intro, please.
Please subscribe.
Like and follow us, please.
You join Patreon, you can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah. Just don't comment if you don't like us, because it makes us sad.
And if you want to comment, you have to subscribe now.
Yeah, subscribe.
Sorry, John.
Quit being such a John.
John.
Wait, do we have updates? I mean, if you listen to our last episode, which we recorded 10 minutes ago, but it would be a week later.
Yeah.
So maybe I can bring them up again. Last week.
If you listen to our last episode from last week.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't even say it because
Sunday.
What if we found out what happened in...
This is 3. This
would be 3 weeks from now.
This is like a month from now.
No, this is a month from now. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. How about that Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, huh?
It's crazy.
It's just very in the middle of everything. Thanksgiving was awesome.
It was so good. Black Friday.
But this is live, so this is not. That part's not.
Yes. They don't coincide together. Yeah, so if you guys want bonus stuff, go to our YouTube and watch it. You get all free. Not free, but I mean, it is free. You get early access.
Just subscribe. And then you get to see these sooner, faster. Live.
You
can also comment. We won't reply because we can't see it.
Yeah. Maybe one day when we get more tech savvy, we'll get Becky over here just to read the comments.
That would be great if we had more people working behind the scenes over here, because then they could be like, John Baker says this sucks. And we could be like, tell that idiot to shut the fuck up.
Thanks, John.
I don't think that's his name.
All right, well, whatever. It doesn't matter what his real name is.
I just
call him John Baker.
That's from another comment from my other YouTube channel. It's David G.
Okay, well, stop being such a David.
A DG.
Yeah. Stop being such a DG. David.
Sorry, John Baker.
Yeah, sorry, John.
He doesn't watch this.
Nope, John has no idea what we're talking about. Jesse told us on the last episode that somebody's coming back for one special night only. Guess who it is?
For one night. Isn't that a song? Night only. It's by the Struts.
Oh, very nice.
Thanks.
Guess who it is? Any guesses? It's Becky. Let's take a bet, though. I bet you it's not going to happen. What do you think?
Probably not.
She's going to say yes. She's going to tell us she's coming over. I'm going to make us dinner. And then she won't show up. We'll text her, call her, text her some more, call her live on the show. And she won't text us back for like 5 days afterwards. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And then she'll be like, oh my God, I was just so stressed out and so busy. I couldn't even bear to respond to you.
I love how we just cut her off.
I know, but we love Becky so much. I do love Becky.
Yeah.
She's my fave.
Debatable.
She's my fave.
All right.
But she's going to be back for maybe an episode or two. It's going to be awesome. Are we going to make her do the episode, or is she just going to commentate?
No, she's going to commentate.
Yeah, just commentate. Maybe I'll do an old-timey one so we can have more laughing possibilities.
That's what she does.
What? Do it again.
When you would be like reading there and I'd be here and then she'd be there, I would look over and she'd be
staring into space. Oh, Baxter.
Wait, what? Just something like that.
I can see that. All right, Jesse, I want to know. Wait, what updates? We don't have any updates, right?
She looked like she'd be like intently. You and her are good listeners. I feel like when you're telling stuff, I'm like, but I am listening, but I'm like looking up, like
yeah, you're on your phone the whole time. You know what my mom's
like
comment was after
like
our first YouTube?
Geography and pictures. I'm like pulling up pictures and stuff so I can get a view on it.
Oh, you want to know what my mom's commentary was? She goes, tell Jesse to stop yawning when you're telling stories.
Yeah, I yawned like 4 times last time.
And I was like, yeah, what the? I was like, I don't even know because I don't see you. I'm intently telling my story.
Well,
And what the hell, man? You're just yawning through my whole story?
Why do you
Showing
th-
off your kicks?
why do you think I'm yawning?
Because I'm telling, like, I don't know. Why?
Not that it's 7:30 and I've been up for X amount of hours doing manual labor.
We all have been up.
You sit on your bed half naked in pajamas probably and do sales over the phone.
Yes, I do.
I have to like pull ladders around, talk to customers. I have to be on.
I go running on my lunch break, and sometimes I go to the gym in the
like
morning.
That sounds like so. You do hobbies during work?
Yes, I do. I do hobbies during work.
That would be the same if I said I play video games during the day. I'm tired.
I don't know what I would do if I had to do manual labor all day.
Also, I don't do too much caffeine.
I have to. I get very yawny if I don't drink caffeine. It's bad. I'm probably addicted to it. But
that's why I try not to do it. I don't think it's good for you.
Yeah. I feel like coffee's better than like energy drinks and
such. Yeah, 100%. I was drinking them too much at one point, and
I remember.
Even actually up until recently, I was still having them here or there. I haven't had them in like a week and a half. I think I've only had like a cafe. I had like do you ever get those protein? I think it's called like super coffee, but it's like coffee and like protein drink.
I've heard of that.
Plant-based one. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's like a French vanilla latte thing. It's like 20 grams protein and then 100 milligrams. I don't know, but I had one of those the other day. It was all right.
Nice.
That's the most caffeine I've had. But yo, I don't even drink that much caffeine. My fucking head is killing me.
Just from lack of caffeine?
Yeah, like getting off the caffeine.
And
like sugar and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I've been yawning a little more. Just bear with me, guys. Don't take it personal.
Is it tension headaches or is it caffeine headaches?
I don't know. Something.
You can get medical Botox to fix those tension headaches.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They give you Botox and it relaxes your muscles and it helps you not get migraines and headaches.
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing. I was looking into it. Well, first I was talking to one of my girls in my little like med spa thing I go to, and I was asking about Botox, and I was like, "Does it help relieve headaches?" Look at your face.
Wait, well, why were you talking about Botox?
Just because I always go there, and everybody's always talking about Botox. And like every single girl over the age of 35, I didn't realize this, but like and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. But they're always talking about Botox all the time. I didn't realize.
Crack you if you're wrong?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're going to get cracked, sister.
I am going to get cracked because I'm giving away all the secrets. I'm giving away all the girl secrets.
What do? They talk about Botox?
They get Botox.
Who?
Everybody.
That's what age?
I'm going to say over 35. The smart ones start getting it when they're like in their early 30s.
Why?
I don't even want to say some people, not smart, because some people don't get Botox at all. I'm not saying you're smart if you get Botox. But I was shocked at the amount of my girlfriends who get Botox. It was shocking. But then I realized why they look so good. I was like, oh, I thought you were using creams.
Do you have to keep up with it?
Yeah, they like last for like 6 months, maybe 4 months. I don't know. I think the first treatment lasts longer. And then there on out, like every couple months you get it done.
Well, good luck with that. Okay, so
what are you doing today, Jess?
I don't know how to ask this question because I could just ask
the question. We like questions.
What have you ever heard, or what do you know about The Boy in the Box?
Oh, they just brought this up on the news the other day. I've heard about this before.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, it's in the news recently because I think they just identified something with the either something happened. There was some kind of breaking something with it. But I've heard of it before. I know it happened in Philadelphia, and I think it was a young boy's body who was found in a box. I don't know where though. I'm really interested because I always wanted to learn more about this, but I just never researched it. So do tell.
Well, so I'm going to start the story, but then there's an interesting part of this story and this is how I was told. And then once I get to that, that's how I was told the story is from the ending of it. So
Oh.
doesn't make any sense what I just said.
Okay.
So bear with us and please subscribe.
That was a good transition. I like.
Thank you. Okay. The boy in the box. Okay, so first of all, they think he was 4 to 6 years old.
Oh no.
The information poster, let's call it, shows him, and it looks like he looks like an
Oh wait. Like,
alien.
yeah, he looks like it almost.
Yeah, he looks like he's like pretty beaten up.
Oh, that poor baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this boy was found naked and like battered in a bassinet box in Fox Chase, in the Fox Chase section of
Where
Philadelphia.
is what is considered Fox Chase? Is that over by the
Like
like
up
South Philly end?
No.
Northeast?
Yes.
Okay, more northeast. Okay.
It's northeast.
It is the northeast.
If you went straight up Church Road.
Oh,
And
okay.
Church Road dead ends into like Alverthorpe, that area.
Alvathorpe. Hold on, I'm looking on my maps right now.
I feel like I'm saying these words wrong, but they are right. Alverthorpe.
I've not ever heard of Alberthorpe. Oh, it's over by
It's like
oh my gosh, I just had a race there.
like
Pennypack
Elkins
Park.
Park.
Yeah, Pennypack Park's right there.
It's like right past that.
Yep.
It's like legit 15 minutes away. Yeah, you know how we used to get there too? You can go like down Washington
Alvathorpe. Yeah, it's right here. Alvathorpe
Township
Park.
line.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Church
So
Road, hook a left or something.
Church Road. There's a really good. Oh no, I'm thinking Churchville. The Churchville diner, Churchville restaurant has really good food. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So this boy, who was unidentified, was found in Fox Chase, February 25th, 1957. He is commonly called America's own unknown child.
Okay.
His identity has never been discovered, and the case remains open.
Still.
Isn't that crazy?
God, yeah, that is insane.
From 1957.
And what kind of box was he found in? A bassinet box?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. It's like it was like a JC Penney box.
Okay.
So discovery of the body. In February 1957, the boy's body, wrapped in a plaid blanket, was found in the woods off Susquehanna Road in Fox Chase, Philadelphia. The naked body was inside a cardboard box, which had once contained a bassinet of the kind sold by J.C. Penney. So there was something there was also something with this blanket. So I'll get into the theories soon, but like they thought the blanket might have came from an orphanage or a foster home, excuse me.
Oh.
But then they also, since no one like claimed him, were
Mhm.
thinking maybe it was from a foster home, or
Okay.
he was from a foster home, I should say. The boy's hair had been recently cropped, possibly after death, as clumps of hair clung to his body. There were signs of severe malnourishment, as well as surgical scars on the ankle and groin, and an L-shaped scar underneath the chin.
This poor kid.
Are you looking it up?
I'm looking up the boy in the box, yeah.
So the body was first discovered by John Stachowak.
Okay.
I definitely said his last name wrong.
Was he just like walking in the
Stachowak.
woods and found him?
So he was checking his musket traps because that was a thing in 1957.
Okay.
The traps were illegal, so fearing that the police would confiscate his traps, he didn't report the body.
Are you kidding?
I'm like, I think you got to suck that one up, John.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you suck that one up and you report. He just leaves a body in the woods. A little boy, too. This poor little boy.
Wait, so the second person was reluctant, too.
What?
So a few days later, a few days went by.
Okay.
John didn't say anything, and because of where the body was, it was hidden.
He could have just waited and called the next day and like didn't take his musket traps in or something.
Yeah, or wrote like an anonymous letter or phone call. It was
anything.
1957. They didn't have Star 69 or some shit.
No, you could have
Star
called
67,
in
whatever the
and
fuck
you
it-
could have used your own voice and they would have never
Star 69.
you could have walked in, not given your name. They probably would never identify you.
Damn, too bad we don't have something futuristic like, I don't even know, video cameras. I'm just making that word up.
Seriously.
I don't know. What are you talking about, Bill? Video cameras? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh well, we'll never figure out who that guy was.
So true.
They had nothing back then. People were just,
Nothing.
you could just like be a serial killer.
There were so many
I
serial
know.
killers just because of that.
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s serial killers.
Running rampant.
So what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna work? At the pharmacy? You're gonna join the army? I don't know. Might just kill a bunch of people.
Yeah. No fear of getting
and go
caught.
about
ever.
my business.
Mhm. You could leave full DNA everywhere and never get caught.
Right. Exactly.
Blood trails all over the place, semen everywhere.
Well, what's crazy is how far we've come, because now, if you think about how many cases
Yeah.
they were like,
Golden State
this
Killer.
case in 1980, and they get like putting shit together, and like these
Yep.
people are like either deceased or like 70 years old and going to prison.
Yep. The familiar DNA was a big one too,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's how they got the Golden State Killer. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't his DNA, it
Mm-mm.
was his son's or something.
A relative, I forget
Yeah.
whose it was.
Yeah. And so these serial killers, like they're just gonna continue to get caught left and right like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. So
musket traps.
So a few days later, a college student, Frank Guthrum, spotted a rabbit running into the underbush. Knowing that there were animal traps in the area, he stopped his car to investigate and discovered the body. Guthrum, just like Stochwick, was reluctant to have any contact with the police, but he did report what he had found the following day after hearing of the disappearance of Mary Jane Baker.
Oh, another kid had disappeared.
Yeah, so that was a big case in Belmar, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
She was a 4-year-old that went missing along with her playmate's dog. Despite the so after an extensive search throughout the city, dubbed by the press the largest search in South Jersey.
Yeah.
Listen to this. So I don't know how this happened, but like her dead body was discovered by her playmate in the closet of a vacant house near her home.
What?
On March 3rd. The dog bounded out of the closet seemingly unharmed. So we don't know what they were. I don't know what they were doing. But so originally, the initial suspicion was that it was foul play.
Yeah.
But they think it was ruled an accident. They think what happened was she went into the closet and starved to death. Or whatever. But she died in there. After that incident, so this was late 50s. After that incident, they made closet doors easier to get out of.
God almighty.
Because I think if you think of some of those old doors, remember that like
the latch on the outside.
Latch. So like when it would close, it would just latch and it would be like stuck.
Yep.
So like I'm like whatever the fuck. Maybe it was easy to get out of if you were an adult, but if you're
a little kid,
4-year-old in a vacant house, so no one heard you.
Yeah, I'm thinking a little.
It's not like you were upstairs.
You and my little niece. Yeah,
yeah.
You
it's not like you were upstairs
stuck.
And the family was downstairs, and you were stuck in the closet for an hour, and they came up. Like vacant house, and then they're asking like another 4-year-old, "Hey, where's Mary Jane?" And the other 4-year-old's like, "I don't know. We were over here in a tree," and then like she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. I was asking my little niece the other day. She lost one of her little like toy kitty cats, and we're like, "Where did you leave it?" She's like, Noni's house. And we're like, where in Noni's house? She's just like, by the wall. We're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't get information out of little kiddos.
So basically the dude Guthrum had this disappearance in mind and was like, oh, here's another baby, 4, 5, 6-year-old. So I'm going to say something. So, all right. So the investigation, the police received the report and opened an investigation the very next day, February 26, 1957. The dead boy's fingerprints were taken and police at first were optimistic that he would soon be identified. However, no one ever came forward,
Oh.
which they thought obviously was weird. The case attracted massive media attention in Philadelphia and the Delaware Valley. The Philadelphia Inquirer printed 400,000 flyers depicting the boy's likeness, which were sent out and posted across the area and were included with every gas bill in Philadelphia.
Wow.
So you would get your gas bill in the mail and a flyer of that picture we just saw.
Yeah.
That picture of the three.
Yeah. The
Sides.
3. That's what the one they got.
Anytime I think of him, I think of that picture because that's the main. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the one they got in the mail?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's a scary
heartbreaking.
picture. Doesn't it? For some reason, the way his head is shaped, it looks, and like the way it's like 3 sides, for some reason in my mind, it looks like an alien.
Well, it's
Like,
because
every time
his head's like against the table and his
Yeah.
chin's down because he's probably on the
His chin's
medical
down. Yeah.
examiner's table. And he also, for people, I mean, definitely Google it, but I mean, it's black and white and there's bruising and like striations on his face. And like I can see the bald spots, like what you're talking about, where his hair was possibly recently cut. So like his hairline's weird. The black and white makes it weird.
The black and white makes it weird. Makes
Yeah.
it scary.
And you know what's so sad too? There's another picture. It must have been
In
from,
color?
well, no, I'm talking about the funeral pictures. I'm
Oh.
assuming that's his funeral. Hold on, there's a colored one.
Well, there's one they
Oh,
put.
this one.
Yeah, that's apparently what they think he looked like prior to the incident. And I'm
Or
like,
the
if you
rendering.
look at that,
Yeah.
I mean, like that's sad, but like because he died. But I'm like, okay. I'm like, my mind doesn't go anywhere. When I look at the other one, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's so much worse.
See, this is a better sketch. This one, which I think is also a sketch. Just
That one to the right.
Yeah. That looks more realistic and like human like than the other one.
I feel like those two look like different people, and they look like 2 kids I know. They look
Yeah.
so like. All right, so
Yeah, go ahead.
so the crime scene. So they, obviously they were trying their best, but the crime scene was.
You keep dropping the apple juice.
The crime scene, I just like threw it in me. The crime scene was combed over by. Again and again by police recruits. So they had like 270 police academy recruits who just were like walking around like all right, there's something here.
Mhm.
So they actually did find some shit. They found a man's corduroy cap. And when I heard that, is it Ed Gein?
Ed Gein, yeah.
with the
I immediately
fucking
thought about
corduroy
that.
cap, like, down above
Yes.
one eye, looking like a moron.
That's exactly what I thought of when you said corduroy cap.
Yeah, so as soon as I heard corduroy cap, I was like, I was thinking of that, like that picture of that fucking idiot. A child's scarf, a man's white handkerchief with the letter G in the corner. But all these clues led to nowhere.
Gein. Did we
What?
just say it was Ed Gein?
What do you mean?
It was Ed
Oh, the
Gein,
G.
The G. That's who it was. He came from. When was Ed Gein stuff? Maybe went on a vacation. That's what happened to this poor little boy in a box. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So the police also distributed a post-mortem photograph of the boy fully dressed in a seated position.
That's the one I saw. It's so sad. You
I've never
didn't see
seen
it? Let me show it to you. So it looks.
I've only seen that color one and the wanted information one.
So hold on, I'm gonna pull it up and I'll describe it.
I'm gonna
So
okay, go ahead.
it looks like they dressed him in like probably his funeral outfit.
They said this is what he may have looked like in life, hoping that it would lead to a clue.
Look how sad it looks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like he's dressed in like a little like boy's suit, but it kind of looks like he's dressed like a clown because the pants are very oversized.
I've never seen this. Look at his face.
Yeah, well, he's probably.
Oh, like no, this is the one.
What one? Oh, the seated position one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's one where he's just lying down but in clothes, and then there's another one where he's in like this seated position. And the outfit is probably common for that time, but it looks very
It looks weird.
like a little kid was dressing up like a clown.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that kind of outfit, but it was probably common for the time. But the pants are really baggy, the shirt's really ruffly, there's a vest. And like his face is has all the contusions on it and striations probably from whatever happened to him. But good.
So So something interesting is about to come up because we
Okay.
just mentioned it, or you mentioned it without knowing.
Ooh.
So that was circulated, but there was no clues. Despite the publicity and like the public's interest throughout the years, the boy's identity still has remained unknown. The case remains unsolved to this day. So, two things happened recently. On March 21st, 2016, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released a forensic facial reconstruction of the victim and added him into their database. That was the colored picture.
Oh,
So that
got
was
it.
new.
Okay.
And they put him into the database. In August 2018, Barbara Ray Ventner.
Ventnor.
Do you know who that is?
No, but are you thinking like Ventnor City?
It is Ventnor.
Ventnor. Okay.
She's a genetic genealogist who helped identify the Golden State Killer.
Oh, yeah, Ventnor.
Using
it, girl.
DNA profiling
Get
technique.
it. Okay.
Said that she was using the same method to try to identify the boy in the box. Amateur groups used online databases such as Doe Network and Web Sleuths.
Oh.
So people have been trying to do everything, but it still remains unsolved.
Interesting. Okay.
Theories. Many tips and theories have been advanced in the case. The one I always heard was this first one. Now there's a couple here. Was the foster home one.
Okay.
There was a foster home that was like 1.5 miles away from the site of the body. So in 1960, Remington Bristow, an employee of the medical examiner's office, who doggedly pursued the case until his death in 1993, contacted a New Jersey psychic who told him to look for a house that matched the foster home. When the psychic was brought to Philadelphia Discovery site where the body was, she led Bristow directly to the foster home. I don't know, that was always like a theory anyway, but this, I guess the psychic like
confirmed it.
Like, I think this was the foster home, and she was right. But who the fuck knows? She might have Googled some shit. Upon attending an estate sale at the foster home, Bristow discovered a bassinet similar to the one sold at JCPenney.
Okay.
Which is what he was found in. He also discovered blankets hanging on the clothesline that were similar to the one in which the boy's body had been wrapped in, which they discovered him in. So that's what I always heard, was the blanket was from the foster home. Okay. I didn't realize the box was. Bristow believed that the boy belonged to the stepdaughter of the man who ran the foster home, and that he disposed of his body so the stepdaughter would not be a dead mother. So that was the...
How did he die? Wait, say it again. So it was, tell me that what you just said.
So there was a man that ran the foster home.
Yes.
And he had a stepdaughter.
Okay.
And she became pregnant.
Yes.
And had the kid.
Okay.
And they disposed of the kid because she was unwed. She wasn't married.
Oh, come on.
But it's weird because, why would you wait 5 years?
Yeah, exactly. No, it was probably neglect. If it is this theory of that, it's probably just straight neglect. They probably just neglected this poor. Did you ever read the book? Oh my goodness, what was the name of the book?
He theorized death had been an accident. So there's also they're saying like he was malnourished and died, and they just disposed of the body.
Which is neglect and abuse.
Because
The Boy with No Name.
The Boy in the Box.
There's a book. I think it's called The Boy with No Name.
The Man Without a Face. The Man with No Face.
No, it's this book.
Mel Gibson.
Somebody told me to read it when I was younger, and it's about this young boy who's like 5 or 6 who gets like severely abused and neglected, and like they told me to read it. They're like, it's really good, which it was really good, but I never cried so much from like reading. I was like, I will never read a book like that again. It was traumatizing, but like it happens. Like this horrible shit happens. So this is reminding me of that book so much, but continue.
So, despite circumstantial evidence, the police were not able to find any links between the boy in the box and the Foster family.
Really? I bet you that DNA testing that my girl Ventnor's gonna do is gonna nail somebody.
Well, she did do it in August 2018.
Okay. But something just broke with the case recently.
Well, so it was something with the DNA profiling technique is what she tried then. In 1998, Philadelphia Police Lieutenant Tom Augustine, who was in charge of the investigation, and several members of the I'm going to say this wrong. Vidic Society. Are you yawning after you told me not
I
to
did
yawn?
just yawn.
Interviewed the foster
Sorry.
father and the stepdaughter, whom he had married. The foster home investigation was closed. All right. Here's this other one. Now, I do remember something about this, but not really. Because it's a little, well, all right, whatever. Another theory was brought forward in February 2002 by a woman identified only as Martha. Police considered Martha's story to be plausible, but were troubled by her testimony as she had a history of mental illness. M claimed that her abusive mother had purchased the unknown boy, whose name was Jonathan, from his birth parents in the summer of 1954. Subsequently, the boy was subjected to extreme physical and sexual abuse for 2.5 years. One evening at dinner, the boy vomited up his meal of baked beans and was given a severe beating with his head slammed against the floor until he was semi-conscious. So I don't remember this Martha or M, but there was always like this foster home thing, and that he was beat by a family or something. There was like weird things going back and forth when I was a kid with this case. He was given a bath during which he died. These details matched information known only to the police, as the coroner had found that the boy's stomach contained the remains of baked beans and that his fingers were water wrinkled.
Oh, the boy in the box had baked beans in his stomach?
Mhm.
Wow.
M's mother cut the boy's distinctive long hair, and it was like an unprofessional cut.
Right, this kid's hair was cut.
In an effort to conceal his identity.
Wow.
M's mother forced M to assist her in dumping the...
It's my cats. Don't worry. There's
Jesus
no murders
Christ.
in my house.
The boy's body in the Fox Chase area. M said they were preparing to remove the boy's body from the trunk of a car. A passing male motorist pulled alongside to inquire whether they needed help. M was ordered to stand in front of the car's license plate to shield it from the view, while the mother convinced the would-be Good Samaritan that there was no problem. The man eventually drove off. This story corroborated confidential testimony given by a male witness in 1957 who said that the body had been placed in a box previously discarded at the scene. In spite of the outward plausibility of M's confession, police were unable to verify her story. Neighbors who had access to M's house during that stated time period denied that there had been a young boy living there and dismissed M's claims as ridiculous.
I mean, that's
so back to square fucking one, but she
Yeah.
knew like stuff.
Yeah.
There's other theories, but this is what I wanted to say.
Okay.
And then we'll go back to another theory. So this makes sense too, because this is right around the time I was in high school. But so the boy in the box was originally buried in Potter's Field. Oh boy.
Where is Philadelphia's Potter's Field?
Potter's Field.
I feel like I've looked this up before and I can't remember. If people don't know what a Potter's Field is, it's a burial ground for people who do not have enough money to bury their own family members, or people who do not have a next of kin, so they're buried in a Potter's Field. Every city in the United States has Potter's Fields. The most interesting of which I think is New York's Potter's Field, which is on an island, and that island is starting to there's a lot of erosion happening, and as the erosion happens, there was skeletal remains of bodies that were just coming out of the side of this. I think it's not Brother Island. What island is it?
I'm not sure.
I forget the name of the island, but actually recently, due to COVID, they were they were burying a lot of bodies in the Potter's Field. Yeah, so it's really Interesting, but I don't remember where Philadelphia's Potter's Field is.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier,
Where's that at?
Potter's Field,
Oh.
Philly,
That's in Philadelphia?
I think.
Here, I'll look up where this Potter's Field is if you want me to, if you're gonna keep doing your stuff over there. Go ahead.
I feel like it's by Washington Square. That's where the Tomb of
Probably.
the Unknown Soldier is.
Didn't something just happen with the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier as well?
I don't know. They have a at Washington Square. They have a fire that's always going, a flame.
Oh, that might be the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
I think, is it at Washington Square? But Washington Square and Thomas Jefferson, that area, I think is where Potter's Field, the cemetery is, somewhere over there.
Okay. I just looked up Philadelphia's Potter's Field, and a story that popped up said new mysteries unearthed at Philly's last Potter's Field where the boy in the box once rested. So I think they're unearthing the boy in the box for DNA purposes.
Well, so here's what I was going to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what year was that?
So this is from 2000 and 2009 that happened. Okay.
Yes. Okay, because here that makes sense because I'm going to tell you something, and listen, and
Okay.
you better listen good.
Oh no, 2018 they did it again. That's when you were talking how Ventnor did the DNA. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Oh, you know what? I see what you're saying. Okay. I knew nothing huge came. Okay. All right. So listen. So in 1998, his body was exhumed for the purpose of extracting DNA, which was obtained. How do you think they obtained the DNA?
Like what part of his body did it
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah.
Hair? Because
No.
hair doesn't.
Close though.
Teeth?
Teeth. Enamel.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
He was reburied at Ivy Hill Cemetery
Where's that? I'll have to look it up.
in Cedar Brook, Philadelphia.
Oh,
Do you know where it is?
Ivy Hill. Is that the one that's actually the cemetery now that's abandoned and not being maintained?
No.
Okay. I don't know then.
It's 4 minutes from your house.
Really?
It's on Wadsworth Ave. So basically it's Easton Road, but it's before it turns into Easton. And when we used to drive to school in high school,
Yeah.
so they moved it there around that time. And that's when I started high school. We would drive by and my dad would be like, that's where the boy in the box is. And we'd be like, what the fuck are you talking
What's
about?
the boy in the box? That's
And then he told me
hilarious.
the story of the boy in the box.
Yep.
And then so one day when I finally had my license, I drove into the cemetery
Mhm.
and right to the right is the grave.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So do you know where I'm talking about? So like, do you remember the street I used to live on, Mount Airy Avenue?
yes.
If you went towards Glenside on Mount Airy Avenue,
Yeah.
it then turns into Wadsworth.
Is
for
it
a
on the
couple-
left right there?
Yeah. It turns into Wadsworth for a couple blocks and it's on the left.
Yes.
Then it turns into Easton and then Easton is where the big Holy Sepulchre cemetery is.
Yeah.
But it's the smaller one on the left and it's like a cool little archway.
I had no idea.
So if
Wait,
you
is
go-
that where Sack of Bones was?
No.
Oh.
So if you go in there,
Yeah.
right when you go in, it goes like, I think it goes like this for driving, but like right there,
Is
right
the,
as you drive in, if you could drive straight, is the boy in the box.
For people who don't know, Sack of Bones is Jesse was running one day, and this was going to be our first podcast name. Sack of Bones, remember? Or Bag of Bones.
Bag of Bones.
Bag of Bones.
But that's kind of like, yeah.
Jesse was running the one day, and wasn't there some kind of murder investigation happening?
Yeah, so they found a bag of bones.
Did they,
What if
did
it's
they
like-
ever figure out what
So back to the
happened?
boy in the box. I don't know. They found a boy. So at Arbery Arboretum, they found, I was jogging and down a trail and there's a bunch of cops. And so like naturally I was like, well, all right, what the fuck's going on? So I was like pretending to like jog around
Yep.
and then like do jumping jacks or something. And then I like went a different way to get closer
Yep.
just to see what they were doing because I had first thought, which whatever, it's weird that I thought someone got murdered and was like over there.
Oh.
So I was trying to like see if
Well,
that,
somebody did get murdered. There was a
No,
sack
yeah.
of bones.
yeah, but I thought that was like a body.
An active. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Not just bones, not skeletal.
Well, number one,
remains.
I wanted just interesting to me, for whatever fucking reason. But number two, that I run around there, so I just didn't. I, was
you
like, I
wanted
wanted
to
to know,
know.
like, hey, did someone just randomly get shot? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Who
Um,
wouldn't want to know?
So they found like a bag of bones in the
Bag of
in the ground.
bones. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. So the boy in the box, the grave has a large. So when you drive in, the coffin. I'm sorry, the coffin, the headstone, and funeral service was donated by the son of the man who had buried the boy in 1957.
Oh wow.
So someone originally buried him because they thought it was the right thing to do. So that guy's son reburied him.
That's so nice.
I know. There was a significant public attendance and media coverage at the reburial.
Yep.
This is probably why my dad brought this shit up, because it was
Yeah.
probably something. So my dad was born in 54. My dad was born the same year as. Oh no, a year after. I think he was born in 53. This kid, or 52. But my dad was born in the same time, so
Yep.
they probably heard about it, and then
Yep.
it jogged his memory again. But the grave has this large headstone, and it says "America's Unknown Child." City residents keep the grave decorated with flowers and stuffed animals, which is true. If you drive in there, there's stuff all over it.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So there was one other theory. There's a forensic artist, Frank Bender, developed a theory that the victim may have been raised as a girl. The child's unprofessional haircut, which appeared to have been performed in haste, was the basis for the scenario, as well as the appearance of the eyebrows having been styled. In 2008, Bender released a sketch of the unidentified child with long hair, reflecting the strands found on the body.
Okay. Which is plausible. I mean, that stuff does happen.
But wouldn't they just see the naked body and be like, "Oh, that's a boy"?
No, they're saying that he was raised as a girl, and then
Oh, so this whole time. Oh, right. So they
yeah,
thought
that, and then
like anybody
upon
just,
death, the person cut the hair to make it look like a boy.
and it was.
But
It
like
was a
in the
boy.
orphanage, it was a girl, or
Right,
in
right,
the
okay.
family, it was being raised as a girl. I'm sorry, he or she.
So he was being raised to look like a girl. So when he went missing,
Nobody recognized him.
Hmm.
Yes. Hold on. Let's see long hair. Boy in the box, long hair. Let's see what it says. Yeah, that's interesting that the hair was cut after the fact. Okay. Ooh, that's terrifying. The long hair sketch. It was just like weirdly
I
creepy
don't like
looking.
this theory.
I don't like this theory either, but go ahead.
2016, two writers, one from Los Angeles and the other from New Jersey, Jim Hoffman and Louis Romano, explained that they believed they had discovered a potential identity from Memphis, Tennessee, and requested the DNA to be compared between family members and the child. The lead was originally discovered by a Philadelphia man who introduced Romano and Hoffman to each other, and was developed and presented with the help of Hoffman to the Philadelphia Police Department and the. What is this society? Because it's mentioned again. VIDOCQ.
Okay. Hold on. VIDOCQ.
Society.
CQ. Society.
Romano in 2013, Romano became aware of the lead and agreed to help the man from Philadelphia and Hoffman to obtain the DNA from this particular family member in January 2014, which was sent quickly to the Philadelphia Police Department. What do you got?
Okay, so the VIDIQ Society, its members include profilers, criminologists, forensic scientists, medical examiners, active and retired law enforcement.
Something?
Let's see what it stands for. It definitely stands for something.
Something queer.
Here we go. How do you pronounce?
Pronouncenames.com.
Say it.
Vidoc.
It's French.
Vidoc. Local authorities confirmed they would investigate the lead, but they said they would need to do more research on the circumstances surrounding the link to Memphis before comparing the DNA. There was no connection.
Wait, I have more on this. So Eugene Francisco Vidoc was a self-reformed French criminal who turned a young life of fraud, theft, and womanizing to a crime-fighting legacy. His 18th century legacy still persists today. Vidocq was for the inspiration for a variety of famous literary characters. So that's probably why they named it after him, because he turned into like a criminalist.
This story, or Boy in the Box, was covered on America's Most Wanted, television series Cold Case, and Law and Order. It was obviously reported here in Philadelphia and different things. It was reported on BuzzFeed, My Favorite Murderer, and Haunting History.
Wow.
The new thing that was talked about or discussed 6 days ago. Here's actually a picture of the tomb. There was a memorial service held last Thursday for the child known as the Boy in the Box. 64 years after beaten, scarred body was found stuffed in a box in Fox Chase. His identity and that of his killer are still a mystery. On Thursday at Ivy Hill Cemetery, where there is no name on his grave marker, there was a memorial with a powerful message. Oh my God.
Is it really long?
No, it's not at all. But that society's here, the name's here again. Through hard work, investigational good luck, and effort through science and the grace of God, we will put a name on that memorial. So they're saying, like, so a week ago they were like, we're still trying and we're going to do it. Dr. Michael Reeders, Chief Science Officer at the Vidocq Society.
Trying our best, everybody.
Riders. Rieders. Riders. Rye. R-I would be rye. Riders.
Rioters.
Let's
call them riders.
Vidocq. Here's a picture. But like, so this is from last week. Look at.
I don't know that one. So this is the.
But look at all the shit there. Like, kids put toys all over there and stuff.
That's so nice. That's so nice that people do that. Because, I mean, it was a poor little 4-year-old boy. It's so sad.
Oh, yeah. It says dedicated 1998.
Hopefully they figure out who this horrible, horrible person is.
Probably dead by now.
Yeah, probably. But hopefully they lived a miserable existence.
Just to get the name. So, like, that's what they're saying. Like,
they want to get the name of the boy.
They want to get the name.
So he's no longer the Boy in the Box. It's, whatever the name would be.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully find out. I'm glad that you did that, because I've always heard of it, but like anything involving like small children, I have a hard time like looking up.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't want to be the one looking it up. So I'm glad that you looked it up so you could break it down to us.
Break it down. Yeah. That was always an interesting Philly one around here from like when I was young. That I was always like, what the hell?
And what is this?
It was just like a mystery.
Yep.
And it was just like a weird, I don't know. Mm-hmm. There wasn't much to it. It was just like a kid found in a box.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
It's so crazy. Question for when we have Becky on, should we do like some kind of like special thing where we like throw her off by like doing some case that's. Remember how we took her to the horror movie? We didn't tell her it was a horror movie?
We should do a fake case.
Yeah, we should do like something fake, like completely ridiculous. Do you want to make it up? You're really good at doing those things. You can do it on the fly too. You can look at your phone the whole time. She's going to listen to this. No, she'll never listen to this.
I'll just read it off here.
Read it off there like you're reading it, but like you're not really looking at anything. Okay. You're just making something up. And we're going to go like 20 minutes in and then be like.
What should we make it about that would mess with her?
Should we like include a name of somebody that she knows?
So I was going to say we could take names and switch them around, like her, like make like her daughter's name like the street name that the person was from, and like her street name the mom's name.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And just
mix around all of her names.
Well, don't use all the stuff super personal to her and put it on the.
Yeah.
So, but we should do something like that. Where like she's gonna be like, wait a minute, because what me and Jesse did the one time, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast. Becky hates horror movies, so what we did was we were like, hey, let's go to the movies, and we told her we were gonna go see The Goonies? Was it The Goonies?
Mm-mm.
What movie was it?
Damn it! I
It was
thought of it
something
too.
like it was something like The Goonies.
I
Never
don't
ending
remember it
story.
starting like this.
And the whole time, you know, in the beginning of horror movies, how they just play trailers to other horror
Yeah, whatever you're watching, they usually play trailers to that like genre.
movies.
And we were sitting there, and it was like she doesn't like scary movies. It was like a scary trailer, and she was like, "Oh," and then there was just more and more. She's like, "I can't believe how many scary movies are shown."
She goes, thank God I didn't bring my daughter with me, because if I would have brought her with me, like, she's like, this is just offensive at this point. She was getting so riled up.
What was it? It wasn't the Goonies, was it?
It was
No, I think it was actually.
I think it was The Goonies.
Yeah. And so anyway, the actual movie started, like credits started coming, and there was like some creepy. It was like black, and there was like creepy like bells. You know, how, like there's always like bells for some reason. And the movie started, and she was like, "I don't remember that. I don't remember it starting like this." It was like obviously like a scary tune. The beginning of Goonies is like a police chase, and it's like goofy music,
Yeah.
and they're watching a police chase.
And then she got up and left.
Well, then she was like, we like, you know, she like started dying laughing, and
We videoed it. We video recorded
she
it.
stayed for 15 minutes.
Oh Lord, that was so funny.
Oh, and that movie sucked.
It was so, I don't even remember the name of it. It was the worst movie. I don't even remember anything about it. It was so bad. And remember, our food never came out.
Oh my god! And they were like, they were like, we'll give you an extra bag of Skittles or something. I was like, I don't want any Skittles.
Everybody around us got food.
We were the first ones that ordered. We were the first ones in there.
We were just waiting and waiting and waiting, and we never got
Movie
our
tavern. That
food.
business model is something needs to be.
Well, you know what happened? COVID
Double
happened, and they lost all their employees. So many places
Get
like
it
that.
together. Would they lost all their employees so they can only give food to everyone except us? Sorry, we're down one employee, so it's one employee for two customers, and you happen to be the two customers. So enjoy this bag of Skittles, extra bag of Skittles. What was it?
Reese's Pieces.
Oh
We
yeah, they
got
just
2
keep giving
bags.
Reese's Pieces.
They're like, here's
And they're like, don't worry,
bag.
we didn't charge you for this one. I was like,
thanks for nothing. We wanted our pretzel bites and nachos.
that other movie we went to when we tried to watch The Birdcage.
Oh my God, that was so funny. It was my birthday, and we went to go see The Birdcage, and
The audio didn't match with the video.
I've never seen Jesse so upset in his whole entire life.
It was so annoying. So, and then like, remember the people in front of us? Eventually, they were just like, we're just gonna deal with it. I'm like, it's fucking way off.
It was so
How could you
off.
just deal with that?
No, it was so. We left. We left that one too. We got our money back.
It's Robin Williams, Nathan Lane.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's more people, but they're very expressive. Imagine them being expressive and all the fucking things are off. It was so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. And then the guy was like, well, we can't give you you did sit in the seats for a little. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But we ate a bunch of food, and I was like, well, let me get the money back for the food then. And he's like, oh yeah, definitely. And I'm like, how does that make sense? We actually did eat the food. We didn't watch the movie. It didn't make any fucking sense.
No.
And then just gonna keep bitching. And then there was something like
you were so worked up. It was hilarious.
there was something like I still got charged for something that I should like. They were like, oh, we can't take that $2 off because of something. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, just I don't know. It was such bullshit. Just give us some free tickets, movie tickets.
Right.
You guys don't own the movie theater. Who cares? What do you care?
Right. They don't.
You
care.
do you rest your head at night and you're like,
give away those tickets coming out of my
gave
paycheck.
away popcorn and tickets today.
I mean, maybe that's what AMC or Regal Theater does.
We're never gonna make any money.
Yep.
You get paid $11 an hour. Just give an hour. Give us the free movie tickets. We couldn't watch the movie. Charge us for the food. We ate the food. We don't want any more Reese's.
There were so many bags of Reese's, and I brought them home and I ate them all. It was good.
I felt bad for the manager girl at the movie theater because I was like, yeah, the food still hasn't come out. She's like, what? She's like, let me check because it's coming up right now. And then she went in the back, and she was like, yeah, it should be up soon. And then like I went and sat down, and like 20 minutes went by, like 25, like a half an hour, and I came back out, and I was like, yo, it's still not out there. And she was like, what? Like,
Yep.
she's like, oh man, let me check. And I'm like, what are you checking?
Yeah, what are you checking?
How was it almost up 30 minutes ago?
They're just like back there eating our nachos.
It took an hour to almost be up. And then after it was almost up, it took another 30 minutes and it still wasn't up.
Yep. Mm.
Nachos.
It's all we wanted was some nachos and pretzel bites.
All right, I think we ranted long enough.
Yeah, we ranted. AMC and Regal Movie Theater. If you want to sponsor us, give us a call and some free movie tickets.
Yeah. Or I swear to God, I'll get HBO Max and I'll just watch movies at my house.
Hear that?
You bitches. You sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches. All right. Well, that was very interesting.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
Hey, if you have ideas about what we should prank Becky on, let us know.
Subscribe and then comment what we should do.
Yeah, let us know. We need a good prank.
And if you like what we're doing, subscribe. And if you don't like what we're doing, subscribe. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Good
Peace
day.
out.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
I hope you guys have a good day at work today.
Yeah, because people
and
are
for the
listening
people
on
that
their
are
way on
listening
work.
while they're working,
get back to work. Just kidding. Don't just listen to our podcast.
Take a little break.
You deserve it. You've been working really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you. We're talking to you.
Hey, should we bring back Christy's Corner?
Wait, are we just gonna wait, we'll do Christy's Corner, and I have something funny to say. Because I said you like that. Did you see the viral clip going around with the news people?
Wait, with the you one? Yeah. I didn't say anything. Yeah, tell me
and
again.
He's just like, no, you. It's an episode of you.
Mm-hmm.
But she was obviously confused. And the thing that was whatever, I watched it a bunch of times. It was pretty funny. The thing that he should have been like,
it's a TV show.
He should have slowed it down.
Yeah.
And instead he kept doing the same stuff, but just like more of an like, I don't know. It was almost, I almost feel like it could have been staged or something.
It could have been.
But her reaction was so good that maybe it wasn't.
I don't think it was staged because that happened to me. I was telling somebody, I was talking about something. I was like, or you could sit home and we could watch you. And they were like, watch me? What are you talking about? And I was like, it's a TV show. It's an amazing TV show. What are you talking about?
Jesse Bradley's a TV show? That's what she says at the end. Lauren, I don't know what you're talking about. Lauren, whatever her name is. Lauren Diagra is a TV show? Please, Frank.
Please, Frank.
She's so pissed off.
Oh my God, You is so good, isn't it?
Yo, so there was a movie called, and I think it's Brittany Murphy was in it. And she was like do you remember that? She was like mental. She was like crazy. I think it's called Don't Say a Word.
Okay.
And so anyway, sorry, Matt. My buddy Matt Erbley in high school was asking a girl what movie they saw last night.
Yeah.
And she said, don't say a word. And he said, okay, I won't.
That's amazing.
It's dumb, but I was like, it was so funny. We made fun of him for so long. Because it was like a popular movie at the time.
Wait, I have a funny story like that kind of has something to do with it, but not. So I was talking to my girl, Meg. And she was talking about when she was younger and when she was dating. And she was on the phone with some guy. And her like family was all home. So they could hear what she was saying. And so she was like trying to get to know this person. One of the questions that she asked was, do you like water?
Why?
Like a serious question. Like a serious question. Do you like water? Do you drink water? Like that was one of her questions.
Is that a big like deal breaker?
I think she was just super nervous, so she didn't know what to ask. How funny is that?
Maybe she was like, where did you grow up? And he was like, like Bristol or something. And she was like, well, that was a quick answer. And she's like looking around. She saw like a deer park. She's like, do you like water? And he's just like, yes, I do. She's like, oh God, he's
Wait, I know how it came up because I was on one of the dating apps and I was talking to this one person and they asked me, do you drive? And I was like, what? If you have to ask me if I drive, I don't really want to talk to you.
some people don't.
That means that they don't drive.
Some people
Who doesn't drive nowadays?
some people you've dated recently.
People
Obviously that you like
That was like a date, okay?
who may or may not drink water.
Maybe they like the water. Maybe they don't like water. That's so funny.
It's time for another episode of Christy's Corner.
What do you think she's thinking about right now?
She's thinking what color shirt she's going to wear tomorrow because she didn't do her laundry.
Possibly.
She has some stuff clean, but not as much as she would like.
Christy just had twin girls.
I know she's fallen behind. I did not know that, but she's fallen behind. I knew that, but I didn't. But I did.
Twins. So she might not be thinking about her color shirt.
No, it's a laundry. She's thinking about laundry right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Right this second.
Not as she's listening. Not as you're listening to this, Christy. Right now, Wednesday at 8:41.
Ooh.
She's like, I gotta get this fucking laundry done.
Yep.
And it's another episode of Christy's Corner. Fuck, I gotta get this laundry done.
What color are the girls wearing tomorrow?
Congratulations on the twins.
Yeah, congrats, Christy. Attitude of the crew.
All right. That's it.
That's it. We said bye like 45 minutes ago, didn't we?
No. 10.
10. Okay.
7.
It was a while ago.
You want to talk about that for 3 minutes? How many minutes ago it was?
We could.
I'll go with 7 minutes.
I don't know how we're going to find out.
We'll find out later.
Oh, when we look. I'm going to say it was 10 minutes ago. Was our first original sign off.
Okay.
15 minutes.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Subscribe, please.
Yeah, please subscribe. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
I feel like a rock.
What do you mean, rock star?
Yeah, like I'm like. Oh.
I do like the move like that. It's kind of cool. We need to get a better. We need a better table. I thought Josh was giving us his.
Yeah, Josh.
Josh, come on.